Hi, I'm Joyce Collier. I'm 52 years old and I live on Long Island. I'm a writer, I'm a journalist, I write theater reviews, I write an advice column at danshamptons.com, and I'm also the owner of Robert Collier Publications, which distributes books written by Robert Collier, one of the original New Thought authors that wrote about the law of attraction and how you really have the power within you to make your life filled with abundance. I guess 3 words that my friends would describe me as is loyal. I really feel that that's important to be a loyal friend. Sometimes it's not always easy and there are challenges, but as you deal with those challenges, it strengthens your friendship, and I think that that's a really wonderful thing to have in your life if you can have it as quality friendships and to focus on the quality as opposed to having quantity. Because if you have a really good friend, I think you're rich beyond words. Another word that my friends would describe me is as intuitive. Somehow I can read a situation, I can lift out of it important things to help sort of give clarity to the situation. Sometimes it requires maybe having a feel for how things are going to turn out. My friends sort of think I'm pretty spooky that way. Anyway, the last thing I guess that I would be described as is fair. I really pride myself on being fair, and sometimes it's really not always easy to be fair because life has a whole set of circumstances that comes along with it. There's a lot of negativity out there, and I pride myself on really evaluating people on their own merits so that I can be as fair as possible, and I'm really very committed to that. I guess the best advice that I've ever been given has been from my father, who said you're a product of your environment, which means that if you're in a negative environment, you're going to attract negative things to happen, and coincidentally, that also happens to be part of the teachings of Robert Collier, which is why I'm so passionate about those teachings and his books, and making sure that anybody that wants to read about that can. I got a lot of terrific advice from my parents, but I think that would probably be up there as one of the more important ones, and so I try to surround myself with positive people so that I can attract positive things into my life. And I really think that no matter what the situation is, you can always find something positive. You know, sometimes if it's you know, a sad situation or you know, frustrating illness, relationships, whatever it is, I think that there's always something positive that you can derive out of it. Now, the best advice I think that I give is to never, ever, ever let anyone define who you are. You have this inner voice and you have this inner spirit that really has your best interests at heart. And I think it's really important to get to know that spirit inside of you. And I really try to help people to figure out, you know, who they are, because I think that we have so many distractions that we forget that there is that inner voice that can really drive the train and take us to where we want to go. I think I give good advice because I don't judge people. I've taken a lot of time to read, to get to know different people. I've never been part of a clique. And so, therefore, I like to learn about different cultures, different religions. I believe that in all of the different religions that we have a lot more in common than we do different. I think that in that commonality, each of the religions may call something a different word, but I think the semantics are that, you know, it's very similar. So I think that's really neat. So it really says that the bottom line, we're really much more alike than we are different. And I like to point that out to a lot of people. I love giving advice. I don't invest in the outcome because it's really not about me. It's about the other person. So I can certainly help them to figure out all of the possibilities and broaden their scope of thinking and help them to redirect their thinking and see things in a different way. And that really is what I enjoy doing. And I hope to continue doing it a lot longer. Thank you. Bye-bye.